Yeah, I believe it's widescreen. Yeah, presented in widescreen, digitally mastered for operating picture and sound. Theatrical trailer appears at the film's conclusion. Yeah, Anchor Bay. Yeah, I got the Blu-ray as well if you want it. Clamshell? No problem. Name? Ronald? Good stuff. 11 o'clock. Yeah, I'll hold it for you. Thanks, man. Okay, bye. Alright, guys, sorry about that. Vincent Giallo here. Welcome back. Today we've got a another mail haul, stuff that I just kind of picked up. Stuff that I didn't have in a collection, maybe thought I did have. Maybe some was on DVD and I wanted to get the Blu-ray. A few of my favorites, actually. So I'm pretty excited. Let's just get going straight off the top. Here's a movie, guys, that I have loved this movie since it came out. Orgasm. And you know, I just found the tape. So I'll have it in a VHS thrift haul video soon. Couldn't believe it. But yeah, I really dig this. This movie is funny. Just hilarious. And kind of, you know, raunchy and stuff. No, not a lot of nudity in it. Yeah, I always kind of wish there was more. It seems like it kind of belonged in the film. But, man, this movie is crazy. For those of you guys who don't know about it, it's, I'll just read you the back here. Orgasm was a hilarious send-up of the porn industry that will have you laughing long after the credits roll. Joe Young is a devout Mormon visiting Hollywood to convert the unenlightened. While spreading the word, Joe is offered 20 grand to play Captain Orgasmo in a porn director's film. Mindful of the financial burdens of his upcoming wedding, Joe reluctantly accepts his role and not certain of what he's in for. Turns out he's like this greatest superhero ever for this film, and you know they really dig him, and he becomes this like worldwide phenomenon. He's trying to keep this from his Mormon girlfriend, but it's just got crazy one-liners and like inside jokes and really cool stuff like that. Ron Jeremy's also in it, as well as what the heck is her name? There's another porn star in here. There's a couple, but I can't think of her name now. It's not listed on here like that, but yeah, it's really funny. There's some really good one-liners, and there's like this Asian sushi guy who's like, you know, talking like he's straight out of Compton, if you will. You know, what the heck's his name in this thing? It's really funny. It's really good. Commentary by Kevin Smith. Weird Al Yankovic. What the hell? Kevin Smith? I don't know what that's all about. But, yeah, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, they had some good ones. You know, Basketball was good. But, you know, South Park, obviously, their main thing. But they've made this film, and it's just really hilarious. Trey Parker's the main character in this one, too. But, yeah, just really good. And I just really love it. I would check it out, guys, if you get a chance. Orgasmo. Alrighty. Next up, guys, one of my favorite kind of creature feature kind of stuff, Chud. Now, this is actually the DVD, but I actually cut it to fit in a Blu-ray case just to kind of for filings, for storage purposes. But this is the Image Entertainment release, I think, from 2007, and they re-released it in 2015, I believe, 2011. But this is the uncut version. Sometimes you end up seeing the version, it's like about 9 minutes cut out, and there's not a lot of gore. There's a couple pretty good gore scenes in this one. But yeah, John Hurd, Daniel Stern, guys, beginning of their career. Really cool. Always like the feel of this. Always like that kind of New York City underground kind of vibe like you get in like Street Trash and stuff like that. But this one is the full feature, and some really cool trailers at the beginning for the stuff. House is also on there. There's one more I can't think of right now. But yeah, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. Now, of course, there is Chud 2, Bud the Chud, which is more of a comedy kind of thing. And it's pretty funny. But this is more serious kind of, you know, thing. And this one, guys, was probably one of the first movies that I ever rented from a video store. This was like, 1984, somewhere in there, I think. Or at least from 7-Eleven, anyways. I think that's what it was. I remember renting this from 7-Eleven. You know, you get on your BMX, you head down to 7-Eleven, get a Slurpee, you know. You got like $5 in your pocket, and you grab a movie. And Chud was my first choice, VHS. Now, this is one I actually don't have on VHS. kind of irritated about that. Somebody wants to send me a copy of Chud. I'll give you props. I'll review it. Definitely need it for the collection. Just never really fell into my hands. You know, I've got a lot of the great horror and slashers and stuff like that. But for whatever reason, I've never been able to track this one down. I mean, I've had my chance to track it down, but I think they had the HGV version with the gold around the thing in EP mode. And that's okay. There's two versions of that one, I think. So, you know, like for example, Angel here. You know, it's got the gold box, HGV. And I love it. I have no problem with that. But it was a different version within that format, which was kind of strange to me. But I still want to get the original cover. So if anybody sees one around there, let me know. Yeah, it's just kind of a classic. It's one of those special ones. You know, it's not the greatest movie in the world, but just the memory of, like, I can remember the day that I rented it. But yeah, just grabbing that, riding home. You know, the wind blowing through my hair, and popping this thing in and thinking this is like the greatest thing ever. Chud, right? So anyways, there it is, guys. John Hurt, Daniel Stern, Christopher Curry, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. Next up, guys, one of my favorites, Sammy Kerr Lives, guys. Ragman, Trick or Treat. Now this is Region B Blu-ray, released in Germany. This is a German release. But it plays in a Region A. Probably nobody knew that. Region B plays well. The quality's pretty decent for Blu-ray. It's better than the DVD version that I had. I don't even know what happened to that. But yeah, Region B plays in the Region A player, no problem. It doesn't have to be a region-free player or anything like that. Just I've got a region-free, obviously it plays in that. But I do have a Region A behind the camera here, and it plays in that one as well, and really pretty good. The first few minutes, there's a little bit of muffling in the audio, and you know, a few people have mentioned that in some forums and stuff, that it's not the greatest audio and stuff like that. It's pretty damn good, guys. You know, I'm sure we'll get a release of this at some point from one of the big companies there, but this is a Lionsgate German release, so I find that kind of interesting that it hasn't been done yet. It's basically the same thing inside. But definitely worth picking up, guys, if you weren't sure if it would play. I mean, it plays in my Sony player, and it plays in my LG player, so, you know, I can't make any promises, but definitely worth picking this one up. One of the all-time greats, right? I mean, just the music by Fastway, the soundtrack is incredible. And I believe that soundtrack, you can probably pick it up on Amazon for about $5. I've got the cassette, but I was just kind of looking at that the other day. $5 or $6 is pretty decent for the soundtrack. You know, if you want a tangible copy. And of course, Doug Savant on there, guys. I don't know if you guys are any Melrose Place fans. I'll be the first to admit that I actually was. But Doug Savant was Matt Fielding, I believe, and he's in this as well. Gets a nice death scene in there for him, so good for him. All right, guys, couple more here. This is the UK DVD because it was the cheapest one, and it's region free though, I believe. Yes. Repo Man 80s collection. From what I understood, the print of this was pretty decent, so I went for this. The Criterion collection Blu-ray, and I think there's a couple of them, and somebody else put that out, I believe, as well. $30-40 for a Blu-ray? Like, are you nuts? You know, if it's like something I really need, but I mean, Repo Man has been released so many times. To charge that much for a Blu-ray is ridiculous. But I didn't have it actually anywhere, so I went ahead and grabbed this one here. 80s collection. Repo Man, always a good one. Nice disc. No complaints there, and it is, I believe, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's region free. I think I checked this one already, which is kind of a nice surprise. You know, I might just trim this one down and put it in a Blu-ray case as well. But I always liked this movie a lot, you know. I always liked Emilio Estevez. Of course, Harry Dean Stanton is one of my favorite character actors of all time. God rest his soul. If you haven't seen him in one of his last movies called Lucky, at his advanced age just before he passed away, really good film. But yeah, this one, just a classic. Just you know, what can you say? Just kind of a angsty alternative kind of a picture, you know, aliens, like UFO cult kind of stuff, and just an overall kind of a different feel of a movie from back then. And of course the punk rock music in the background, stuff like that, Iggy Pop as well. Definitely worth checking that one out, guys. It's 4 a.m. Do you know where your car is? Just great, and that's a great cover. And last but not least, guys, so great. 88 Films. I love 88 Films. You guys know I love 88 Films. They put out some of the greatest stuff that's just nobody else is putting out. A lot of the great they have a great slasher collection. They've got you know, like an Italian collection and stuff like that. I love all their stuff because I love all those movies. But the gnarliest cult comedy surf action adventure ever, Surf Nazis Must Die. Again, I bought this one because whoever put it out in North America here, was it? Oh, no, I can't. Even Arrow might have put one out in the UK too. I'm not sure. But I don't know. It was like $30 or $40. I'm like, what? It's ridiculous. I think I paid maybe $15 for this. Surf Nazis Must Die, guys. It's just a great trauma film. This isn't all region as well. Some of the 88 film stuff is not all region. This one actually is. Just a really great kind of a... I mean, it's not quite post-apocalyptic, but it's got that kind of post-apocalyptic beach vibe, if you will. You know, like the sand and the desolate kind of thing, and these guys are kind of overtaking the beaches. Just a great one. Yeah, there's an interview on here, scenes from the Tromaville Cafe, which they put on all their trauma stuff. It gets a little bit obnoxious after a while. It's the same rehash year after year. I've been watching their movies for 20-some years at least. I'd say late 90s, yeah, 20-some years. And I mean, they kind of rehash these same things. It's kind of nuts. But interview with director Peter George, Smeg's Lament, new 2018 interview with Tom Shell, restored scan, restoration, blah, blah, blah. But definitely a good pickup here, guys. Always really dug this movie a lot. Just one of the greats, kind of exploitation-ish, if you will. Not even exploitation, but it's a kind of a grindhousey kind of feel to it. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please hit subscribe so you know when the next videos are coming out. VHS collection updates, thrift haul videos, horror reviews, more stuff like this. Thanks again to all the subscribers. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave some comments below if you've seen some of these or if you're looking for them or if you had any comments on that. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, guys, and we will talk to you guys on the next one. All right? Take care.